Here's some shocking new numbers for you, suggesting the true extent of voter fraud across this country. Remember, we've been told by Supreme Courts, by federal courts, by the Democratic Party, that don't worry about those voter ID laws because there's not voter fraud. Well, a Pew Research report shows that 1 in 8 voter registrations are, quote, significantly inaccurate or no longer valid, suggesting further, potentially some 18 million invalid voter registrations in this country, nearly 2 million dead people, that is, dead, are still listed as voters, and they've got friends who apparently keep them company come Election Day. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton told us, quote, the best solution would be to reform the system. In the long run, more voter ID, citizenship verification. In the short run, the American people should pressure law enforcement to prosecute voting fraud. This can be done at the local, state, and federal level. I would like to be as optimistic as Tom. I'm not. Joining me now, Washington Times staff writer, Fox News contributor, Charlie Hurt. Great to have you with us.
Good to be with you, Lou. Thanks.
First, the epic proportions of potential voter fraud here, and nothing is being done about it. Donald Trump, to his credit, has said he wants folks to volunteer as poll watchers and observers. What do you think?
Yeah, it really is. That report is really terrifying, and especially when you consider how hard the left fights against the idea of showing your ID in order to cast a ballot. But one of the most cynical arguments that you hear from the left is that, oh, well, it's not that many people are
right.
Not that many instances of voter fraud. And I'm thinking, my goodness, just one instance is terrible, is unacceptable. Because, of course, any one instance of voter fraud means that another person, their vote is being canceled out by that. And it really is, it undermines the entire, the very heart of what this government is supposed to be about.
Well, of course, as WikiLeaks is making clear, that's precisely the intent of the entire Clinton cartel campaign structure and culture. It is an extraordinary series of revelations validating what many of us, somewhat cynically, one might also say well-informed, believed for a long time.
And validating the entire campaign of Donald Trump. When he was talking about how the system is rigged and this is rigged and that's rigged, everybody in the news business, their heads explode. They get so upset because they say it's so reckless to use language like this. And then here we have, in the final days of the election, day after day, thousands of these emails surfacing, being revealed that show that, oh my goodness, there are actual instances where it is being rigged, and then where maybe it isn't rigged, you can bet the Clintons are trying their damn hardest in order to rig it. And it validates everything Donald Trump has been saying. The worst.
And I'm sorry, Charlie, and the national media, the left-wing media, it's all the same. They are synonymous. The establishment, everyone is working against Donald J. Trump. They are working on the left, the right, the Republican leadership, the Democratic leadership. They hate his guts because he is taking them on. The establishment. Can he, in your judgment, break through in the next 3 weeks and wrest this power from these orthodoxies who are suffocating this great nation?
I really don't know, Lou. I mean, what we have seen in the last 2 or 3 weeks, where the media has gone after, it's one thing to go after the guy during the primary when he's just he's a showman, a real estate developer, and he's saying things that shocks people and all that kind of stuff. But we're talking about the Republican nominee. He represents millions and millions of Americans, and to have him running for public office and to have the media, as you say, it's not just the left-wing media. You have a lot of conservative media as well.
Right.
To have all the media unified in lockstep to defeat him, to destroy him, and to basically disenfranchise millions and millions of American voters, it's just it's shocking to me.
And among them, Republican donors, some of the biggest names. The Speaker of the House acting the fool, and a treacherous, I mean, utterly despicable series of acts on the part of Paul Ryan. Your thoughts?
And Those are all self-inflicted wounds. Donald Trump is not going. The idea that somehow Donald Trump has become the face of the Republican Party, I really don't buy that. Yes, he's the Republican nominee, but he snatched the nomination away from the Republican Party. He became his own nominee with his own issues. And why it is that people like Paul Ryan want to get involved, unendorsing him and then re-endorsing, or just run your campaign. Just do what you have to do.
How about just
don't
support and honor your responsibility as one of the leaders of the party to support the nominee? How ignorant do you have to be be this duplicitous and deceitful?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's
Does
incredible.
he survive?
I don't know. It's a lot harder to imagine today
Is
than
he going to
it was
get
2 weeks
converted?
ago. Is he going to what?
Get converted.
I don't know. That's a good question.
All right, I got 2 I don't knows. That may be a record for Charlie Hurt. Good to have you with us, Charlie. Thanks so much.
Lou.